Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of Princess Principal Episode 6, still safely my favorite show this season. I don't know, Tenchi no 3P had a really good episode this week, or maybe I guess it was technically last week as well. But, oh no, it was this week. Tenchi no 3P had a really great episode as well, but, man, Princess Principal so good, and I barely have any notes for this episode, but it's still so very good. But either way, let's go through these bullet points, talk through this part by part. First off, we see that waifu Beatrice is doing some spy training. Then Dorothy just has a box of locks I thought was funny. Also the way that the other two aren't very good teachers, Anj and Chise. And we see very little of Anj this episode, and what little it was just talking to the princess about how she wants to become queen, and it seems like she just wants to tear down the wall and bring the empire back together, which seems pretty reasonable. I mean, if she's a princess working for one side, takes over the other side and becomes its leader, she can just combine the two. I mean, she's one side ruling the other side. I mean, so I guess that kind of works. But Dorothy's humming this song and it's brought up, and then we get dumped into our mission, I guess. So their mission is to raid a corpse. It's going to be having some kind of note or something like that, some sort of message, and the person that's working for the Duke to get the message is named Danny McBean, and apparently Danny McBean is Dorothy's father. So we get to see him, and he's just a drunk, miserable morgue worker. Apparently Dorothy's real name is Daisy. Then she pretty much just says, and like her dad's kind of an asshole the whole time to a bunch of different people, including Beatrice, and she yells at him, says he's using his injury as an excuse to be the way he is, and we learn a bit more about that as we go through the episode. But one thing I thought throughout, and what I went over just so far, was like a good half of the episode at least, and I thought that was good because it was a slow build. And I guess for something episodic like this, you don't see that all the time, but I thought it was really engrossing and like really sucks you in and makes you pay attention just because of the way it was a slow build, but everything seemed pretty important. It was really different from Chise's episode, but also very good. It was good in a different way. So then we see that we get to learn the backstory that her dad was a former engineer, and he blames his problems on everyone else, beat her as a kid, which kind of makes him unredeemable to me. I think once you start physically abusing children, you're kind of unredeemable as a character, even if you do some good guy shit. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to bring it up. I guess that's spoilers for the series I was thinking of. But yeah, if you beat a child, I feel like that kind of gets rid of any moral high ground you may ever have. But yeah, also her mom abandoned them. So she could still be alive somewhere technically, I guess. But either way, moving along. So they search the house for how he contacts the Duke. We find out that Dorothy was actually her mother's name. Daisy's mother's name that Dorothy took on. So now Dorothy is Dorothy's daughter. So they find out that it's going to be hidden in the tooth of a guy with a cross scarred on his hand, and then we see Beatrice finds out. I love her little hand signs, just so cute. So Dorothy gets the note, makes a copy, gives the original back to her dad. Dorothy then demolishes these thugs because she thinks that her dad, who owed them money, sold her out to them, and that was the opposite of being true. He's still a complete dickbag though, and of course he was going to die. I could tell like 5 minutes into this when we found out, the person she's going up against is her father. I was like, oh, well, he's obviously going to die. That's always how this goes. You know, if somebody is giving something to the spy or whatever, they're gonna clean up the loose ends. They're gonna kill the guy that they're using as the messenger. Like, that's spy shit in any show you ever see or any movie you ever see. They always kill don't shoot the messenger is not a thing they do. They always shoot the messenger. So yeah, he was killed. Of course he was killed. And even though I saw it coming and it was pretty obvious, like, it wasn't bad. Predictable doesn't mean bad. But yeah, it was really predictable, really obvious. And the ending was great. The way they had Beatrice singing the song with all the people as they showed everything happening instead of the normal ending, very strong. I love when shows do that as long as they don't overdo it. So yeah, that was damn good. So yeah, episode as a whole, I thought it was great. Still the best show this season, definitely. I loved the slow, methodical storytelling of the episode. And yeah, I guess that's really all I got to see. I really want to learn more about Beatrice. I guess we technically already had our Beatrice-focused episode, but I feel like that one had a lot of focus on Ange and wasn't really all that Beatrice-focused. I guess it kind of was. It just, to me, that episode was really, really good, but it hasn't been as special as the Chisei episode, which was incredible, still probably my favorite episode, and this episode, which was also really, really damn good. So good, in fact, I'm giving it a 9 false teeth out of 10. 9 out of 10, I thought it was just great. It could have been better, especially after being spoiled, what was it, last week with the Chisei episode that was absolutely incredible. But it was still good. So, yeah, either way, 9 out of 10. Hope you liked the video. Like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this week's episode, what you thought of my thoughts on it, and all of that. Subscribe for more Princess Principal, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, or talk to you there about whatever. Or if you want a link to our Discord server, just ask me and I can give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.